Okay, so here's another example of an application. This will be the last one for this section, kind of a short lecture for this section. Lewis spent 1/5 of his monthly net salary for rent and 1/6 of it for his car payment. If $950 was left, what was his monthly net salary? Okay, so you have to start labeling stuff. Okay, and I would start with the variables. So the obvious variable, it was what they're asking for. What is his monthly rent salary? So maybe make that S or something. Let's see. I made it X. Doesn't matter what you call it, but write it out, just like this. Write it out. X equals monthly net salary. It'll help you to sort everything out on the word problem. Okay? Then what else? Well, it says that we've got 1/5 of his monthly net salary is rent. So I would write out 1/5 of X is rent. Right? See, just write out what it is. 1/6 of it, meaning the net salary, 1/6 of X of it is for his car payment. So 1/6 of X is the car payment. So you just write it out just like that. You'd have exactly what I've got on your paper or something super similar. Okay, then what else do I know? Just reading through this problem. So I've used the first line, I've used the second line. I'm down to here. 950 is left. What was his monthly salary? So he started with X dollars, and then you subtract out the rent and the car payment, and what's left is $950. Another way to think of it is the $950 plus the 1/6 X plus the 1/5 X equals his monthly salary. Whichever way you do that. So these two different ways of thinking of it gives you different looking equations. You just go with whatever your intuition tells you, whatever seems natural to you. So for me, if I have a certain amount of money and then I'm paying rent, I subtract that amount out of my total net salary to see what I have left. And then after the car payment, I have to subtract that amount out. So that's how I got this equation. And then what I'm left with is 950. So that's where this came from. So now I need to combine these three terms with the common denominator. This is 2 times 3, so it's going to be 2 times 3 times 5. In other words, it's going to be 30. I don't know why the pointer keeps moving around. So I need to multiply this by 30 over 30, 30 over 30, 30 over 30, 6 over 6, 5 over 5. Then I can combine those on the left side. Oh, actually, I did it the smarter way. So if you take the greatest common denominator, it's 30. Just multiply the left side. Since it's an equation, you can do this. Multiply the left side of the equation and the right side of the equation by 30. And that, when you distribute this 30, it'll reduce with the 5 and the 6. So you just have integers here. Easier to add. So I got that by distributing the 30. And then on the right-hand side, I just multiplied the 30 times 950. You get 28,500. So I've got 30x minus 6x minus 5x equals 28,500. So I'm going to combine all the x terms. So that's 30x minus 11x. So that's 19x equals 2850. Get out your calculator and just you're cross multiplying here, right? So this 19 goes down here. So x is 28,500 over 19. Put that in your calculator and you get exactly $1,500, which makes me suspect I probably got it right because it's a nice round number. And when they design these problems, people usually like the numbers to come out kind of nice. Doesn't mean if it's a messy number it's wrong, though. Don't make that assumption. Okay, so now I'm going to check that in the original problem, and it's pretty easy to check. It's pretty intuitive. So Lewis spent 1/5 of his monthly net salary for rent. So how much did he spend for rent? 1/5 of this, $300. So I would just write down $300 as the rent. Right? That's what I did. And then it says he spent 1/6 of his net salary on his car payment. So 1/6 of this is the car payment. Car payment. Just write out car payment. 1/6 of that, which comes out to $250. These actually seem like pretty reasonable numbers, right? They're kind of real life numbers. It's not like a billion or something. And then, let's see. After spending that, he has $950. So his net salary was $1,500. So I want to take $1,500, take out my rent, take out my car payment, and see what's left. Right? I got $950, which is what they said. He had $950 left. So that checks out. Okay. That's all we're doing for that section. There might be some other types of problems in there, but you can look through the reading on Hawks, and you can also look through the homework and just apply your reasoning skills to solve the problems.